rotation, maybe into the enemy jungle. And Tinker's missing off the map. Only so many places he can be. And lo and behold, there he is in the jungle. They drop a ward down. Will gets some vision. Primal spring down. Zip forward from no one. This will be a nice setup onto Jabs. Charge from XY. Actually breaks it up. Might be enough to keep Jabs alive. Now CM comes in, tries to turn things around, and they will get a double kill alongside the first blood. It's Faceless that make out big this time. A failed gank for Virtus.Pro.
When you got the 3-man charge, right? So every single time they go in, he's just, nope, can't do anything. He's actually dead.
Maybe in trouble. No way to spring onto the trees. And
sure, you can wait for no one to get Bloodstone before you do anything. It's not necessarily a bad play, but passively playing against Tinker and Morph is rough.
Roll down bottom, Lil unable to get off the boundless strike. XY there with the nether strike. Now Pasha, skewer forward, nice RP on 2, sets it up. Ice will fall, but Faceless still have some resources here. Spear Breaker getting low, but Jabs has some damage. Black, he's rotated in now, and it's VP that are low on resources.
Really hard lane, like he's almost tied for net worth with the freaking Storm right now.
Oh. Up top, Monkey King, he drops Wukong's command. They actually catch the Tinker. Storm gets credit for the kill, so they get a nice pick up top.
Dagger, I think, is a good thing. Oh, that's not far enough.
Charge onto the Storm. Oh, it's going to catch him. Another strike is there. He even gets another bash on top of it. No one does have a little bit of mana. Nuts trying to get in for the Frostbite. Misses the Frost Nova, but Black has the waveform forward. Adaptive Strike and Rock.
Contribution to the game as a Crystal Maiden is going to be pretty limited if you don't have any items.
Well, Black's got the Lincoln Spear, gets showed off up top as Solo breaks it. Now the charge in from the Spirit Breaker. Storm low on mana, does not get the invulnerability that you were talking about, does manage to stop the Nether Strike from...
That he has to really deal with first before he's going to feel fully confident in just like starting these fights.
Down bottom, Black initiated on and obliterated. The entire team converges on him. Ice has borrowed time. He'll have to use it. And very nicely done by VP. Actually, no follow-up damage. Ramses pops the BKB, goes in a little bit early. Monkey King just completely destroys my server, drops the ult, and it looks like Faceless is starting to get cleaned up.
Ran at them and hit everyone really hard. He just like literally popped BKB. Uh-oh. All right.
Yep. Storm. A little too deep, but XY, maybe the same thing. There's Pasha with the RP on 2. Tinker, he goes down, and all of a sudden, this stings so much worse for Faceless. As you said, the dieback for Tinker. Look at that recap, and it's another big gain.
VP's into the tower, gets his borrowed time popped instantly. Speaking of getting popped, that cloak.
There we go, Miscoil to finish him off, but now Black counter-initiated on by no one. Big follow-up from Ramses.
It's your E-Blade combo.
To Manta.
Yeah, they're gonna kill Solo here, I think. Maybe not.
Nice boundless strike, RP on 2, Pasha with the skewer across, again Monkey King drops the ultimate, Black getting low, but it looks like he'll be able to survive through it. Still BKB Troll doing huge damage as he dives past the tower, Jabs getting low, it's going to be a dead Tinker, and Ice also going to go down as well.
Oh, you don't have to apologize to me. I mean, I can see the
Well, I'm apologizing
to
the thousands of fans out there, but I was talking in your direction. Either way, VP, man, they're going high ground, and they're going to do some crippling damage here. Skewer back. They're going to bring it bad and low. He does not have borrowed time. It's down for another 5 seconds. Still popping. No buyback available there. Troll does lose the Aegis, but they get the tier 3. Now the replicate will fall, and the barracks exposed without a glyph will start taking a lot of damage. So focus on the ranged barracks for some sure damage. A couple of respawns. Solo gets popped by Black, and VP, he can just do so much damage to their base. They'll finish off the last outer tower, so now every lane exposed. Pasha, invisibility rune, maybe looking for initiation on Ice, but they don't even need it. Just to skewer back and pull him further away, as now no one jumps in, drops the vortex. Beautiful boundless strike on 2. Monkey King again drops the ult, and it looks like the Dire are just fallen. PowerPoint's one of my favorite programs. Any buybacks coming out? Nope, the 2 dead do not have buybacks available. Ice, no more borrowed time. Glyph will keep things alive. Cheeky little play.
Bots, Moonshard, and then maybe Diffusal, just because, you know, no one has a Ghost Scepter on Faceless. I really feel like they should.
Here we go, CM initiated on. Glimmer Cape buys her an extra second of life, but Ramses continues the godlike streak. They do lose their Magnus, however. Too much burst damage will bring him down. Monkey King initiated on, has the ultimate, holding it for now, drops the Abyssal, but he gets blown up. Dagon's there, and it's a 1-for-2. Black on the hunt. Looking for the Storm, but a little too much mana on no one, and he's probably going to be able to zip away here. He also has the BKB. Black maybe needs to be a little bit careful. He's got some friends coming. Troll not that far away. Pushes up. VP will go right in.
You can just pop ulti when you get RP.
Oh yeah, you're right, actually.
Yeah, you can just ult.
I guess positioning-wise with the skewer, but yeah. Good call. Okay.
They're just going to go on this, I think.
Yeah. I mean, they kill it so fast. Now Storm zips in. They go right in onto the Abaddon. There's the ultimate. They force it out nice and early, and they might still be able to bring him down. Glimmer Cave's going to expire in a second. They even have a Dust. BKB popped by Storm. They really want this kill. Primal Spring falls a little bit short. No one's still zipping forward. Actually moves up to the high ground. RP on 2 from the Magnus. Skewer back. Monkey King drops the ult. They'll be locked in place. And Heroes on the Dire dropping like flies, trying to retreat back towards the Shrines. Buyback now on the Tinker. And XY charging out. Looks like that'll be it. No fight with the Abaddon dead. Faceless don't really want to force anything here. Now the zip across on the XY. BKB popped by Ramses. They'll finish off the tier 3. There's the glyph on the buildings. Remember, he still has Aegis here, so Ramses can afford to go a little deep if he wants to. No one now zips in, jumps right onto the Morphling. Black starting to morph. Monkey King drops the ult again. And looks like it's going well for the Radiant. I see Spirit Breaker obliterating. Nuts trying to channel the ultimate, but it won't go for long. And I think we're close to GG territory here, Draskell.
Yeah, I think this is the end right here.
Tinker's going to get caught. Black actually saves him with the, or pardon me, Ice saves him with the ultimate, and they turn on the Storm. It's a cute little play showing off the power of the Aghanim's Abaddon, but it will come at the cost of Megas, kind of just creating space for his team to finish off the structures, RP to make sure it happens, and they will just back out now that Megas are secured. Troll does go down. That'll be the end of his 9x godlike streak. That's actually Troll's first death of the game, now 9-1-11, as Solo on the retreat will not be able to make it out. On objectives right now. Now no one jumps forward. Abaddon does have his ult back up. Ice will be able to survive, but now on the other side, it's Spirit Breaker that's getting locked down. Nuts taking a lot of damage. XY charging forward, but RP on 2. Pasha sets it up again with the MK ult on 3 and just destroys the side of Faceless. Ice, destined to fall this time without the ultimate available. And Black will go in and try to do what little he can.
I mean, they're holding this.
Well, it looks like they picked 2. Yeah, now that the Monkey King ult has ended, it looks like Black is actually going to be able to clean this up. Ice survived, and in the end, VP, they try to force it too hard here, Draskell, and they're going to get cleaned up. Magnus...
Yeah, you can actually turn games like this if a team gets too overconfident. You know, we saw one time VP just go a little bit too hard on Ice, and they paid for it.
Yeah. Storm zips in. He gets hexed up top, actually. Is Storm in trouble? He completely isolated himself. Storm's dead.
Well, time to run, I guess.
Weird. Well, Ramses kind of goes back in here, gets frozen up by the CM Frostbite, takes some follow-up burst damage. Ice comes in. Looks like a buybacks come out now from the Storm. Monkey King ult flies right in the middle. And VP seem to have the resources. Buybacks flying aplenty. Oh my good gracious. Faceless could probably still hold this. We need this Monkey King ult to despawn. This is painful. Draskell, please take it. Tell me what's happening.
Well, they're still technically fighting right now. They're actually going to take the Aegis off of the Troll Warlord right now. Black kind of just sitting in base for the moment. They're going to lose the dieback on the Tinker. So it's technically a 4v5 at the moment. And Faceless are going to back off, but so are VP. They just want to kind of disengage. But in the meantime, they lost one of their tier 4 towers to Megas. So during this whole committal, Orchid's the creep on accident, or the replicate rather.
Still,
but
they're going to lose their other tower too. There's a lot of carts in here. The slideshow is non-stop. My connection to the server is dying. Take it, Draskell, take it.
Alright, well at the moment they're actually taking down the Spirit Breaker. Solo, he's going to be dropping on the backline as well. Orchid onto Black. XY trying to retreat back to base. No health left. Ramses getting pretty low here. Does have buyback. Pops Satanic though. Glimmer Cape onto Black. Waveforms back into the base. Ice, or excuse me, Nuts is actually going to die. He's one of the last heroes on the side of Faceless who actually has buyback. They're going to lose another effigy and the last of the remaining tier 4s, but Mag is dead with no buyout. Ice chasing no one who's like there has to be one hero who just sits there and kills creeps.
Yeah. Oh, you're completely right. It's almost to the point where VP can just take a fight as a distraction and let the creeps do the hard work for him.
Oh, smoke in! There's no glyph!
Oh, VP with the sick backdoor play to finish it off. The smoke right in, they pop the BKBs, and that's the end of the game. VP. It's a 2-on-3 now up top. VP will just have the Darkseer Slardar hang around for now. They should put some aggression on the Nuts. No bounces on the Coconut. And this could potentially be a kill. They're on their way in, but the Ion Shell's doing a lot of damage here. Nuts able to cut his way through the trees, but it's not going to be enough to survive to farm. It's been a pretty even matchup there so far. Now back down towards bottom. Ice. Pops the Carapace. Stun from Lil. It gets returned. Nice stun on 2. This could be okay for Faceless, perhaps. Solo channeling up a long upheaval, and it's actually going to turn the other way. Metamorphosis now laying in so much damage. The stickiness from the upheaval is more than enough as Solo continues to do damage with his team, and they set up a double kill.
On Ramses because he was meted, and he was scared about taking a lot of damage. But the problem is, upheaval lasts so long that it would have been more beneficial to just stun Solo. Speaking of, could be in trouble.
Here we go. Kind of a 3-on-1 here. Ramsey's not able to help him. He's been hit by the Maledict, so he will tick down. Pop some stick charges, but Nuts takes credit for the kill.
Outside influence on this middle lane from either team outside of, XY just casually walking around trying to take the rune from the Ember Spirit. But once this Ember gets like 6 or 7, he's going to be moving around a ton, whereas Jab's going to farm a bit more and might be going into the ground.
Yeah, Jab's in some trouble. Gets a tornado onto no one. That does stop some of the damage from coming out, but oh wait, it's a Darkseer. There's an Ion Shell on the Slardar.
Given their, early game rotations, it's kind of a bummer, because 2 out of 3 other lanes are pretty much losing at this point, and VP have decided to go ahead and just send Ramses up top. Lil, behind enemy lines here, will be dropping. It's going to make it work for them.
Likely. Yeah, absolutely. There we go. Void comes in. He gets the last hit. Something like that. He's getting there, slow and steady, but this might slow him down even more. Lil rotates in. No one on the way. He still has the Flame Guard on, though. This cask is crippling, and they'll get the kill on Slardar. Now no one getting low. Black is here. He drops the Chrono just to be sure, and it ends up a double. Oh, Black maybe in a little bit of trouble. He does have a time walk. Upheaval again? Don't think it'll be enough. He has time walk again in 1. Beautifully timed stun by Lil, and they get it!
Got it.
Well, and Ember also has to deal with the purge from the tornado. And Invoker's kind of been locked in the matchup against him, so that's slowed down some of his damage output at least a little bit here. XY, speak of the devil, burning down. Turns, drops the bash. Could be a kill for the Ember Spirit, but ooh, just barely gets it. Sunstrike, no one sidesteps it. Very nice. Meanwhile, up top, another fight breaking out, and it looks like Dire come out big. Ice, Nuts. Both go down. They do lose
and chills and a disable.
How nasty this is, though. TB saved meta. He just popped it, so they can commit to this tower and a follow-up fight. Warlock ult comes down, connects on quite a few. There's the back in from Pasha, and this is going to be crippling. The follow-ups there from Slardar. Ramses drops the friendly Sunder to heal up Will.
On cast range. So, Chrono
lane. Yep. Black going in on the Ember. Sunstrike connects. Cast bouncing around, and he will fall. So pretty big commitment, but still a nice pick on no one.
This.
Upheaval on to 4. Is there going to be some follow-up here? Black does not have the ultimate. It's a really long cooldown. Only level 1, so 140 seconds. Searing Chains on 2. Follow-up Golem. Void just gets obliterated. Jabs on the run. Do they have the detection? It doesn't look like it, but they've got back wall. Oh, okay, never mind. They do.
That's not successfully finding kills. You just become worthless.
Oh, no one jumped right into a Remnant. They were ready and waiting. They'll pick him off to start the fight. Now Black comes in. He drops the Chrono. Great Death Ward from Nuts. They find 2. But now the turn. Back, and a meta from Ramses makes it a 2 for 2. They do pick up only the 2 supports.
Point before he died. And then also getting the kill on the Ember. But yeah, this is still looking kind of tough.
Yep, XY now, back wall back, but EMP tornado combo from the Invoker. In comes no one, Searing Chains on 2, they'll chop down the tree, and this poor Witch Doctor gets spam out illusions. Slow siege from the low ground, very hard to deal with. Black jumps in on it, there's follow-up from the Invoker. They might be able to kill the Terrorblade. They've actually got the damage. Rock comes down on the other side, they bring down jabs. Death Ward doing some decent damage, Ice, Ice, Ice. Scouted out, there's a Sentry Ward down, he's locked just on the edge of it. Remnant forward, that'll be the end of Ice, Ice, Ice. No buyback on the Invoker, but now Slardar jumps up to the high ground, stun on 2, and this could be the end. 2 heroes down without buyback as Virtus.Pro break the high ground. Slardar taking a lot of damage. Again, the Coconut doing some work. So maybe not the end quite yet, but VP still take the fight. Golem will go down, back, it's not over yet. Radiant's still in a lot of trouble. Nuts slowly burns away as now Pasha gets credit for yet another kill. Disarmed, thanks to the Deafening Blast. VP happy to slow siege this though, leaving everybody else on the low ground and letting Ramses do what he does best. Boyd jumps forward, Chronos here, this is what they did last time. Sunstrike will come in, but this time they don't have the damage to bring him down. They mech him up, the Golem gets dropped, he gets off a Sunder onto XY. And now this fight looks like it could go the Dire's way. Vacuum together, no wall. There it is. It comes in a little bit late, but no one in the front lines doing huge damage. 3 dead on the side of the Radiant. Only the Slardar down on the Dire. Make it 4 as Virtus.Pro break this base wide open. It's a tier 3 tower down. Now Barracks.
Virtus.Pro start walking around the map with a Slardar. Like, Lil had so much impact during the early game. No one? Should be okay.
Yeah, seems like it. I mean, if Black had Chrono, they have options there, but it's still down for a whole 45 seconds. Not even that close. Roche going to be coming up pretty soon here as Faceless. They actually go up to the high ground. It's a vacuum back right into the Slardar crush on 3, and it's going to be another devastating team fight for Team Faceless. Invoker gets off a nice combo, does stuff a kill onto the Ember Spirit. Nuts channels the ultimate for a decent duration, but gets stunned up by the Slardar, brought down as Ice, Ice, Ice on his last leg. Does find a stun onto the Darkseer. Meanwhile, on the back line, Jabs still kind of playing with him here. Pasha does finish off Ice, 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 but just a defusal. Maybe the only real item progression we've seen out of the Radiant recently. This needs to be a Chrono for the ages. I don't think they can afford just to catch the Terrorblade. He takes a lot of damage as he jumps forward, but Time Walk will bring it back on the back side of the fight. Ice, Ice, Ice initiated on, doing some return to Ember Spirit, but not able to survive. Definitely not the fight Faceless wants here, as their tier 3 is taking a lot of damage. Black caught by the chains, now a crush from Lil. A bash, he mantas, now the overgrowth from XY. Black makes it back up to the high ground, but BKB used by Ramses will finish off Nuts. And it looks like this tower will just fall. BP going for structures. Black still has the Chrono, but unable to use it in any kind of meaningful manner. Kind of an anticlimactic ending here as Solo pounds the ground. Okay. Chrono, Sunstrike finds the kill there, but out comes the Golem, finally. And this is the final fight. Black locked down. Ember Spirit buys back to get right into it. No one could actually die back here, but no, he kills Black instead as he double remnants forward. Ramses with a little Sunder will finish off the Witch Doctor and Draskell. By golly, I think we're going to have another 2-0 on our hands.
Yeah, this one was maybe not as decisive as the first series that we cast together, but I want to say that VP are looking pretty darn good after watching these 2 games. Like the first one, they kind of ran into some struggles,